I got another synchronicity video for you that is just so cool because I experienced synchronicity all goddamn day long, and I'm going to show you what to look for. Not necessarily what to look for. I don't know what you guys are individually experiencing in your life, but. Okay, I want to talk about a cool creator. So Shonimoto, he's a cool dude to me. Within this, he's at a certain level for people, and when I first discovered him, I said literally that, well, I'm gonna be saying the comments, so goddamn, if you go and see the comment, you're gonna know my old channel. Well, screw it. All right, well, listen, I don't want any connection to the old channel. So like I said in other videos, I'm only going to reference the channel, but I'm never going to say the name because it's an empath for me. It's an end, not an empath, an end path. But one of the last things I kind of did when on that channel, I ended up talking to my roommate. I'm going to go into this story a bit more depth because when I sent this comment to him, he was probably like, whoa, like, I didn't know. Like, if he were to watch this video now, it'd be an even more insane synchronicity explaining how we even ended up realizing that I started my channel literally on the same day a year later. But ready? Peep this. So in person, before I start, if you guys enjoy videos like this or have any concepts or videos that you want me, it can be anything, not spiritual related. That's just the frequency I'm on right now, the wave I'm on. But eventually I'll stop and probably start talking about something else. Who knows? I just got this energy right now, so I'm like stockpiling a lot of videos. But quickly, what I would say is, so my roommate and I was telling her a bunch of shit, and I was like, yo, listen, like this shit really syncs up crazy, like the timing with the numbers and everything. And I wasn't convincing her. I was just saying like, yo, this is why we need to stop playing around. Like, we know that we are divine beings having a human experience. We need to stop playing, and we really need to get on our shit. Like, we need to, like, that's why I was going to set up this altar, but I ended up canceling the order. That if you watch one of my previous videos, I said that, but I don't know why. And maybe just because I know it's going to be a better time to do it. I want to do this like this. Actually, I'll talk about it in an actual altar video. So I'm not going to do that right now, but I'll talk about it in another video and how to get creative if you would like. I have techniques that I feel like I could give you to make your own if you'd like to see how I manifest stuff in my life. But yeah, so remember, the main key to all this is willpower, belief in yourself, and just consistency. So anyways, let's move forward. So Shonimoto, I put the screenshot within the video. I think because of my lazy ass, I just have it on screen. But yeah, what was really cool is I told him like, let me go back to what I was doing. So I was telling my roommate, we were talking about everything. I was just going off, and I was talking about just all this stuff and how like I feel like I'm really stepping into my higher self, my God self. And then I seen Shonimoto pop up, and I said, it's funny that he just popped up right now, because when I ended up discovering him, I was in a low point in my life where I was feeling like, where I'm still being divine and doing all my work, but I just felt like, damn, bro, like, is this really all this is? And kind of getting in my head. And I said, no, I got to snap out of it. Then I discovered him, right? So then he pops up in my algorithm while I'm telling her all this. Like, yo, like, reality's really synced up. Like, look, like, oh, see, you look like this person, and these people look like this, and maybe friends that we've had in our life look like these other people because we're copies of a copy, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going off. I'm going off. And I click on Shonimoto, and I go to his about. I'm like, you know what? When did he start his channel? Like, that's what I end up saying to her. And literally, both of our jaws almost drop. We look to the right, and we're like, bro, at first, I thought me and him made our channels at the same exact time. I was like, what the fuck? No way. Because I'm over here saying that, like, I like this dude. Like, I would want to make content with him on that level, just because I just feel like he's a cool dude, And literally, I seen that and was like, ain't no fucking way. Like, my mind, like, blew up. And I love moments like that. And what's so crazy is just how I go to my about and I end up finding out that we literally made it on the same day though. I just made it a year later. I'm a year late. Nah, everyone has their own timing, but that was just completely all jokes. I just mean like, year late. That's how it seems, but it's so weird. It was just like, and I've never seen this dude before. And it was funny when he popped up, I said, bro, I really like this guy. Like he reminds me a lot of myself, and that's always reflections I get in reality. But dude, loved it. I fucking loved that I found it. And again, he was another person that when I found his content, it was a lot of the things I was already telling myself. But you know what's funny? I don't give myself credit for knowing these things sometimes. Like in the moment, I'd be like, oh, bro, this is shit I already know. I just need to apply it better. Like I really need to work on my application of the knowledge rather than listening to these people say it. But sometimes I feel like we also all exist within this game to remind each other at times. And that's not bad. A reminder is not bad at all. But I thought it was so fucking sick. And that's just another example of synchronicity. And that's another reason I tell you guys, like, definitely I have the experience to let y'all know I have shifted my life. And when you get synchronicities like this, those are your telling signs that you're on the path of what you're supposed to be doing and what you're doing right, depending on what that is. And I'm really telling you guys, be powerful, stay on the frequency, because look, being your God self and being your higher self is a frequency. You can't, it's like this radio. I heard this too. So it's not fair that I take this, but maybe I'm trying to change it in my own way. And I say this to myself to make myself feel like I'm not, taking things I've heard, right? But I understand the concept, and that's why I repeat certain things, because I apply it to my life. So I'm going to try to change it. I was going to give you guys the radio station analogy, but I heard it from, I think, Aaron Dowdy first. He's another cool dude I had some experiences with. But let me tell you about Aaron, this quote that he said. I'm going to quote him, and then I'm going to give it to you in my own way, right? All right. And it could be an easy analogy. I actually just made one up in my head, but it's a radio station. When you get in your car and you're tuning to certain radio stations, right? You can't listen to two radio stations at a time, right? And even if you were able to, so say you had two radios in your car and you were transmitting both frequency, how chaotic and annoying would that be to hear? This is actually something I don't hear people say about this quote, but if Aaron got it from somewhere. But you tune to a certain radio station. So say you tune to radio station pop, and there's a rock radio station you're trying to listen to at the same time, pop and rock, pop rocks. You can't listen to the pop channel while you're listening to the rock channel. Literally crazy. I have to listen back to what I was recording, but my roommate literally walks in at 4:44, and I'm going to show it on the screen. It's so nuts. Okay, now I remember. So I'm going to finish that analogy, and then I want to talk about the whole synchronicity again that literally happens as I'm recording this. Yes. Pop rocks. So the whole pop rock analogy is you're trying to listen to pop and rock on the radio station, but you can only tune to one station at a time. Well, if the universe is all frequency, vibrations, and energy, and I don't want to say if because it is, but I'm saying like as if in theory, but we know by this point. But if it's all of those things, then you can only be either you're on the rich frequency or you're on the poor frequency, and that's just what it is. You can't be both at the same time, or you're going to get a chaotic result of your life just going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. You have to be in a steady balance. First, you got to be in a balanced state and then choose the side. That's actually what I've realized from my life. What really ends up working is I'm balanced. If things pop up to, remind me that, hey, stay in your flow, and they try to challenge me, I stay strong. And I don't teeter out of that side that I want to experience. Because like, again, if a rich person just blew all their money and just gave it all away, and they would be pushed to another frequency, another reality that they experience. But you can't listen to the same radio, or you can't listen to two radio stations at the same time. So I started getting mixed up because I really want to talk about that synchronicity. It was nuts. But yeah, that's pretty much the saying. If reality is literally tuning the different vibrations, frequencies, and all that, you can't tune to two different ones at the same time. It just doesn't work. And anyways, there's some funny drawbacks with if you were to try, but that I've experienced that I'll talk about in another video. But the analogy I wanted to give is like if you're watering red plants over here and the other ones are just sitting in the sun, it's like, this is actually a good one for letting things die. But it's like if I came outside every single day and I have 2 garden patches of flowers and I water the one on the left more than I'm watering the one on the right, but every day I keep treating the one on the left way better and I'm just neglecting the one on the right will eventually die. It'll wither away. And that's what you need to do with your realities and your thoughts. You need to be able to go out and water the things that you would want to experience and water them and take care of them and nurture those, and let the older reality will end up withering and dying away. So I think that's the best way that I can put it. So yeah, so there we go. The 444 thing was so freaking crazy. That's what I mean. It just they're not crazy. It just blows my mind every time because they happen so in sync. And I know I'm getting in sync now, so it's just beautiful. Anyways, that's another thing for you. Love you guys and see y'all later.